Gang, Math 5500. The other night in the intro session, I told you that I would upload a video demonstrating an easier way to get data from your machine into R. And I totally dropped the ball on it. As you're probably aware, we had some major drama with this data set titled Assignment Number 1 data set. I have no idea it's what happened. I've been doing this a long time. And I told a student this morning, it's almost like there's this little person in my computer that's going around sabotaging my file and deleting cases and doing all sorts of goofy stuff. So anyway, back to the purpose of this. Instead of setting a direct working directory, getting a working directory and setting a working directory, an alternative method is name your data. Again, my default is just data, and then do the command read.csv. Again, no need to set the working directory or get the working directory and set it. So I just go to wherever on my computer. It can be on my desktop, it can be in a file, it can be in download, it can be anywhere, whatever location. And let's say, for example, that I want to get this data set into R. Now, purposely, I'm going to do this incorrect the first time because it takes a little bit of talent. There's actually no talent. It just takes sometimes a little bit of luck. But what I have to do is I have to drag this data set between the quotation marks. Now, let me show you what happens if I don't get it exactly where I want it. Okay, perfect. So what I've done there is I've drug it over here. It's not between the quotation marks as it should be, and the result is an error. So I'm going to try again, this time with the intent of doing it correctly. So take the data set, do your best to kind of drag it between the quotation marks. Success. I always want to, well, I don't always want to, but I always have to attach my data so I can do something with it. No error prompt, so it means that command was executed correctly. And I always just like to kind of take a look at the data. And I just like to look at maybe the first 6 cases, so you can do that by doing head data. So it doesn't matter where your data set is. It can be, in this case, in a folder. It could be on the desktop. For example, if I wanted to bring in a new data set, say maybe the one that we're dealing with in this class, I want to just drag it over. So check, it's between the two. Attach the new data, head new data, and you can see I have my data set there ready to be analyzed. Takes a little work, and keep in mind that this is not going to work on all machines. I've encountered a couple times where it just the file would just not drag into R. And it seemed to be more on Windows, and it seemed to be in situations where I wasn't the administrator. But I haven't had it happen enough to where I can really detect the patterns and tell you for sure that, given this, and this, it's not going to work. And given this, and this, it is going to work. So just try it. Again, much easier than getting and setting your working directory. Take care.